Hi everyone, welcome to Jamaica Magazine. I'm so glad you've joined us for another informative half-hour journey. Coming up, we're taking a healthy response to COVID-19. Sit back and relax for that and more interesting elements following these important messages and our major news stories from the week. Stay with us.
Jamaica, I can help you protect our citizens.
Jamaica Eye will play a part in increasing your public safety.
Jamaica Eye is part of an island-wide network of camera surveillance systems designed to increase the safety of you, our citizens. If you have a camera system outside your home or office facing a public space, log on to jamaicaeye.gov.jm today. Jamaica Eye, we're all connected. The Ministry of National Security, creating a safer and prosperous Jamaica.
Mosquitoes will breed in containers that hold water. Tightly cover water storage containers such as drums, buckets and tanks, or cover the water surface with cooking oil. Punch holes in all tins, plastic containers and boxes to prevent the collection of water before disposal. Cover old tires or fill with dirt. Scrub all vases once per week to remove mosquito eggs and dispose of garbage by placing in plastic bags. Do your part to prevent mosquito breeding. A message from the Ministry of Health.
And now for some major stories making our news of the week.
Hi there, I'm Simone Wolf with your JIS News of the Week. While successfully moving a motion in Parliament this week for a 3-month extension of the 10 states of emergency now in effect, Prime Minister Andrew Holness said the enhanced security measure had contributed to a 13% reduction in serious crimes across the island for the first 6 months of the year.
Through the use of this particular tool, this particular measure, we have managed, Mr. Speaker, to cauterize the spread of violence and crime in the terms that we have become accustomed. We are flattening the crime curve in Jamaica.
During Tuesday's parliamentary sitting, Justice Minister Delroy Chuck opened the debate on a motion calling for the Independent Commission of Investigations INDECOM to be given strengthened investigative capabilities under the law.
There is no doubt, Mr. Speaker, that INDECOM has contributed positively to the reduction of extrajudicial killings by the security forces. I am confident, Mr. Speaker, that the strengthening of INDECOM's investigative powers will ensure that INDECOM will become more efficient and effective in performing its mandate.
The Ministry of Education this week announced the guidelines for the phased reopening of schools for the upcoming academic year in light of COVID-19.
The world is changing rapidly, and our educational system must also evolve if we are to properly equip our students with the real-world skills they will need not only to survive, but thrive on the local and international stage. It cannot be business as usual.
Meanwhile, a 14-member high-level Education Transformation Commission has been established to conduct a comprehensive review and assessment of Jamaica's education system, including its structure and operations.
We have assembled a comprehensive group that represents all elements of the education system. I am truly grateful to all the members of the Commission who have agreed to serve. What I am looking for is not tinkering or tweaking, but real, radical change that will put Jamaica on an entirely new trajectory to growth and prosperity.
More than 2,000 persons are being deployed to monitor daycare centers and entertainment events and venues' compliance with the COVID-19 protocols that guide their conditional reopening during the period of July 21 to 31.
Observing the limitations that we place on the number of persons that can be in a venue at any one given time, observing the protocols in terms of the health aspect of it, which is going to be very, very important.
A drop-in center has been officially opened in Falmouth, Trelawney to provide food, medicine, and in dire circumstances, a place to sleep for homeless and destitute persons located on the western end of the island. The National Solid Waste Management Authority, NSWMA, has received 20 new trucks to improve garbage collection across the island.
This government is 100% focused on what matters for transformation.
We know that maintenance is critical. The company that has provided these trucks have been offering training to the drivers over the last couple of days. We are equipping the drivers to ensure that they handle this investment in the best way possible.
And finally, Jamaica now has a revised national action plan to eliminate child labor, as well as a finalized light and hazardous work list.
There's a uniqueness of child labor in the different parishes in Jamaica, Mr. Speaker. And this was taken into consideration as we targeted the root cause of child engagement in illicit work.
And those were some of the stories making news this week. I'm Simone Wolf.
An important message from the Ministry of Health and Wellness. What to do if you think you have been exposed or are experiencing signs and symptoms of COVID-19. Immediately call 888-1-LOVE. That's 888-663-5683. In addition, you should stay at home. Don't go to work, school, or any public place. Do not use public transport, and avoid visitors to your home. You may need to do this for up to 14 days to reduce the spread of the infection. A message from the Ministry of Health and Wellness.
This week, we begin a new series that brings you the latest happenings out west. Team member Tashian Stennett gives us a glimpse of equipment donated to the Cornwall Regional Hospital, residents throwing their support behind small businesses, and a newly refurbished police training facility. It's time for the Western Roundup.
Today on Western Roundup, we take you to the parishes of St. James, where the Cornwall Regional Hospital received a major boost in equipment. Hanover, where scores of residents threw their support behind small businesses. And St. Elizabeth, which now houses a newly refurbished police training facility. It promises to be quite the journey. Stay with us.
The Cornwall Regional Hospital is now in a position to increase the number of patients it can accommodate. MBJ Airports Limited is helping to make that possible after recently donating $3 million worth of equipment to the hospital. The donation includes 10 hospital beds, 2 vital sign monitors, 2 rolling stands, and 4 infusion pumps.
We are deeply grateful to the doctors, nurses, and other healthcare workers at Cornwall Regional Hospital, the work that they do to keep our community safe, community of Montego Bay, and by extension the western parishes of Jamaica. For us, this was a natural step for us to give and contribute to the healthcare system. The airport and the Cornwall Regional Hospital has always maintained a close relationship.
As you may be aware, Cornwall has been facing challenges with air quality over the last 3 to 4 years. And as such, we are having a build out at the back, and this comes in at the opportune time when we're expecting to open another 40-bedded unit within the next month.
Over in Hanover, residents and stakeholders are playing their part to support small businesses through one of the Social Development Commission's farmers markets. The event was the latest in a series of farmers markets being held across the island since May. They have been showcasing entrepreneurs under the Local Economic Development Support Program while promoting business continuity in light of the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic.
Over the past 3 months, there has been financial hardship due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Many persons were not able to produce, many persons were not able to do any business at all. So if we are able to stimulate and able to engage and able to assist one family to feed another family, one person to employ another person, we find that to be a success.
The event in Hanover was the 11th held across the island since May.
We are serving 23 local economic initiatives in the parish of Hanover. Today we have 17 on show. 5 couldn't make it could not make it today. However, we welcome the 17. They are doing great businesses. We have persons who have come from all over the parish to support these grassroots-based businesses, and we are indeed grateful for this opportunity.
Cabalet Designs, with its handmade purses, handbags, pouches and face masks, is an example of the local businesses seeing a new market for their wares during the pandemic.
It's been great because they've been helping out with grants. They help you to promote. They help with opportunities like these, where you actually get a chance to showcase what it is that you have available and let persons know what it is that you can do. It also helps with the business because, people leave with your card and stuff like that. They can always call you, and it helps to grow your business, grow your clientele.
17 more farmers markets will take form across the island. If you want in on the action, visit the SDC's website at sdc.gov.jm. Meanwhile, over in St. Elizabeth, the recently refurbished police training facility at Tranquility Bay is now operational and ready to serve new Jamaica Constabulary Force recruits. It was opened on July 3, following the construction of classrooms, dormitories and bathrooms, and the procurement of furniture and equipment. The police training facility was refurbished at a cost of approximately $139 million. Minister of National Security Dr. Horace Chang says government will seek to fully acquire the property in the long term.
We intend to be here long term. It will be a campus facility added to the facilities in St. Elizabeth. So it will be a full campus of the National Police College. We are currently leasing. We are looking forward to acquiring it so that we can put in a full operation down here. And at this point in time, having toured, I'm quite satisfied with what we have. We have started. That's what's important. There are some things to be done, small things being done, and will be completed. But as we acquire it and move forward, we're going to really build this into one of the finest colleges in this part of the island.
Minister of State in the Ministry of Industry, Commerce, Agriculture and Fisheries, Floyd Green, who is also Member of Parliament for South East St. Elizabeth, where Tranquility Bay is located, says the JCF training facility is a big plus for the surrounding communities and wider parish. The Tranquility Bay training facility will be able to accommodate up to 225 recruits per batch.
And that's all we have for the program today. Thanks for watching Western Roundup, where we take you from the corners of St. Elizabeth to the hilly terrains of St. Anne. See you next time.
What if they knew that you abused her? Her family?
Mr. Jones.
And your colleagues, how will they look at an abuser? When the law comes knocking, you'll have nowhere to run.
Mr. Brown, you're under arrest. Please get up, hands behind your head and interlock your fingers.
Turn your back on abusers. Report gender-based violence to the police. There's no excuse for abuse. Call the Bureau of Gender Affairs at 876-754-8577.
Life has its challenges, among them having to confront the burden of diseases. But thankfully, the body comes equipped with its own defense system. By embracing a proper diet, hygiene, exercise, and rest, you can give your body the tools it needs to resist and overcome illnesses such as COVID-19. Learn more in this next feature.
The novel coronavirus 2019 or COVID-19 is a respiratory illness that may present with a fever, dry cough, and tiredness. Persons may experience more severe symptoms such as shortness of breath and difficulty breathing. One of the best ways to fight this disease is by boosting your body's immune system. Giving yourself a healthy head start could be the difference between life and death. As we look at how we can stave off or reduce the effects of COVID-19 and other respiratory illnesses like this disease, we have compiled a list of ways to optimize the functioning of our immune system. First things first, get regular rest. Sleeping between 6 to 8 hours helps improve the body's immune function, mental health, and regulate weight while increasing productivity. Next up, exercise. Physical activity improves one's mood while increasing energy levels in the body. Managing stress is another weapon against sickness. When we are anxious, the body's disease-fighting defenses are reduced. Keep hydrated. Yes, the body doesn't function properly when it doesn't have enough fluids. You may maintain adequate water levels in your body by consuming water, fruits and vegetables with high water content, as well as soup. If you suffer from any health condition, be on top of your medication and stick to the management plan that's been decided on with your doctor. Another tip, you are what you eat. If you consume too much alcohol, sugary drinks, and processed foods, the body's defenses will lack the right micro and macronutrients to function properly. That's why it's absolutely important that we have a balanced diet. Incorporating items from all the food groups allow the body to glow, grow, and go. There are some foods, however, that are rich in vitamins and minerals which help to power up the body's natural immunity. Noted for its immune-boosting qualities, foods rich in vitamin C help the body produce white blood cells, which ward off or shorten the length of infections. Citrus fruits such as oranges, lemons, tangerines, lime, and grapefruit are rich in vitamin C. But even richer in the vitamin are cherries and red sweet pepper. Local fruits and vegetables such as Tahiti apple, guava, pineapple, papaya, June plum, soursop, cauliflower, cabbage, and Irish potato are also rich in vitamin C. As an antioxidant, vitamin E helps to prevent cell damage and regulate the function of one's immune system. Pear, peanut, olive oil, and almonds are among the foods with high vitamin E content. Foods with anti-inflammatory properties help treat respiratory illnesses, so it's best to add cinnamon, tomato, ginger, turmeric, flaxseed, strawberry, and garlic to your diet. Vitamin A is a key ingredient in the body's infection-fighting arsenal, as it helps with vision, repair, growth, and reproduction. In addition to spinach and kale, foods such as carrots, mangoes, pumpkin, sweet potato, and cantaloupe are rich in vitamin A. Another immuno-boosting vitamin can be found in milk, egg, cheese, tofu, yogurt, and fortified cereals. Vitamin D. The vitamin is also present in fish such as tin mackerel, tuna, sardine, and salmon. B vitamins are a critical part of the body's red blood cell production. They help to convert food into energy while maintaining healthy body tissues. Banana, sunflower seeds, watermelon, chicken, turkey, goat meat, liver, and red peas are rich in vitamin B. Zinc allows our body's immune cells to function properly while reducing inflammation. Foods rich in zinc include shellfish such as crab, lobster, and mussels. Zinc is also present in peas and beans, nuts, seeds, as well as dark meat including beef and pork. Practicing proper personal hygiene is also an important part of maintaining a healthy lifestyle. That includes regular hand washing and the use of hand sanitizer if water and soap is not available. Sneeze or cough into your elbow or cover with tissue that should be discarded in a bin. Avoid touching your mouth, eyes, or nose. And be sure to practice social distancing. You are your first line of defense against COVID-19. For your health's sake, start practicing good healthy habits today.
There's a lot more to Jamaica than just what meets the eye. I'd always loved art. It was my first love. It set me free. I did some artwork for the Half Moon Hotel. And shortly after, 14 guests showed up at my gate thinking I had a gallery up here. And that gave me the idea that I need to have a gallery. And so the guests would come up, they see the garden, ask if they could go for a walk, but everybody came back saying, we should make something of it. It was inspiring, they described it in many ways.
When they come here, we give each guest a welcome and a little history about the place before they take the tour. There's one word that they repeat over and over again. Love. They feel love in this place.
One guest we had in the early years was from Germany. And he said, you know, I spent 5 days on the beach looking up in these hills and just wondered what was life like up there. And he found us. People who travel want to experience. And this is what we try to offer, an experience.
Every guest that leaves this place, say it, I came here as a guest and I felt like family.
Yeah.
Come to Jamaica and be your family.
We all have a story to tell. Mine is just one of millions that are out there, and they're all good.
Jamaica offers a diverse tourism offering that encapsulates beauty, nature, and culture. These combine to present the ideal environment for investment. Keep watching to see for yourself.
Gastronomy has the potential to create niche travel and offers both domestic and international visitors the opportunity to sample the varied cuisine that our island offers. From a road food experience to gourmet 5-star Jamaican dining. Our chefs, both trained and untrained, are among the best and the most creative in the region, and we should capitalize on this as there are so many unique experiences that can be created. The economic link between gastronomy and tourism will create more demand for local agricultural produce, especially those exotic food items not readily seen in most of our hotels. Most of us grew up with our parents and grandparents who provided home remedies for most of our illnesses and just also for general well-being. Most of these herbs and plants, for example cerasee and fever grass, now we call it fancy name lemongrass, are being used as core ingredients for spa and beauty products and also packaged for teas. We already have a few world-class health and wellness facilities, along with numerous medical and health fitness practitioners. We have excellent yogis on the island and should become the yoga destination of the Caribbean. There is vast potential for further growth in health and wellness. Just by visiting some of our unspoiled spots around the island is therapeutic and rejuvenating to the soul. There are two things that unifies all Jamaicans and for which we're all passionate: our music and sports. We have some of the world's most talented musicians and athletes. For sports and entertainment, Jamaica should be and must become the center of the Caribbean. We must become the party destination where there are always live musical events, parties, and festivals. Our annual events calendar must offer something for everyone. Our sportsmen and women have all brought the spotlight on the island, and there must be significant investment by both private and public sector towards the development of sports facilities all across the island, where we can continue to show our dominance in the various sporting arenas, and by doing so, attract the interest of teams and athletes from all across the world to come to Jamaica for training camps and international meets and games.
The single most popular pastime of any traveler
is seeking out that unique and special item as a personal memento or as a gift for a family or friend when he or she returns home. Tremendous potential exists in this area, but the surface has not even been scratched. The shopping network has been the responsibility of changing all of that. For years, Jamaica has been talking about becoming the place of choice for meetings and conventions and other events. We have seen the construction of the International Seabed Authority building in downtown Kingston, the Montego Bay Convention Center, and meeting rooms established by a number of hotels, but we have not fully capitalized on the vast potential of the meetings and conventions market after having all of those assets. We have to put our thinking caps on, so to speak, effectively and addressing the issues. To this end, the Knowledge Network will do the following. It will develop a central information repository and online tourism knowledge portal. Ease of information in this day and age is a given. People need to know where it is, and it needs to be at their fingertips. We need to conduct a convention center review. Once again, asking everyone, do we have the facilities? What are the gaps? And how well are we doing? We need to know where we are before we start moving forward. Develop an edutourism map, package, and market best practices document. And we need to host a major international forum to explain after all of that to the global markets just what Jamaica's capabilities are.
That brings us to the close of another interesting edition of Jamaica Magazine. Be sure to join us again tomorrow for another show. Until then, continue to watch this and other programs by logging on to our website, jis.gov.jm, or subscribing to our YouTube channel. You may also find us on all the major social media platforms and through our mobile app that's Android and iOS compatible. On behalf of the entire production team, I'm Theodore Henry, urging you to stay COVID-19 free.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.